I'm here with Frank of Cryptosis to talk about their latest EP, The Silent Call, came out December 1st on Century Media Records. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. How's things going?
Really busy at the moment. We're finishing up the songwriting for the full album that we're gonna record at the end of this month. We had a EP just in between, and man, it was a shitload of work. So
That's a good thing. It's good to be busy.
yeah, yeah, it's good, but it's like so busy. We have a band with only three band members, so the work has to be divided by three and not by five.
Yeah, but then the profits are also divided by three, not by five.
Yeah, okay, but I mean, we're still talking about metal music.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Before we talk about the EP and before we talk about that future full-length record, let me ask you a quick question about Bionic Swarm. Now that the album has been out, now that you've had time to digest the process of releasing that record and everything that went with it, are you happy with how it turned out? Are you happy with everything, or if you could go back, would you change a few things?
No, I think we are really happy with the way it turned out. We have a really nice artwork with Ilir Kanta, which we wanted to work with already for a long time, and finally got the chance to have the album wrapped in a really nice artwork. Central Media did a really good job in promoting it. We got a lot of really good feedback on the videos on the album. I think. Everything was it was really nice, really good, and also we changed our band name shortly before we were um, presenting the album to labels, and so for us it was a really dive into the unknown. Like we didn't know what happened, and yeah, we feel like we have a bit of a struggle with building up the name because no one obviously heard about it. But yeah, I think so far so good, and especially from southern parts of Europe, we got really good feedback.
And then, as you mentioned, you guys are working on a full-length record, but now you decided to release this EP. Why release this EP now? Why not just wait and then just release a full-length record next year? Even though you're releasing a full-length record next year, anyways.
Yeah, because we released Bionic Swarm in 2021 March, and it was still pandemic. It took us a lot of time to get, to go out on the road and promote it. Because here in Europe, I think it took at least another year for
Mhm.
bands to get back on the road, and so we kind of missed the opportunity to promote it at the moment. The iron was hot, and we felt we had a bit of a setback with this. So we thought, okay, the album is out already for a long time. People were constantly asking us for new music on social media when we play live somewhere. So we thought, like, we have some stuff already that's like 100% finished, and this summer we decided just to record one new song, so we also could experiment a bit with the sound. We have a lot more orchestral parts this time, and we just wanted to see like how does it fit in the mix. Like how is the audience perceiving it, and because we're gonna do a lot more of this stuff in the future.
So it's like a test balloon. You guys send it out there, see what the feedback is, and then you know a little bit how to readjust. I like that idea. I like that.
No, no, it was more like on the technical side of things, like how does it work with mixing? Like we had so many orchestral parts, like we had never done this before, and
Mhm.
we wanted to see like, is it too much? Like what things disappear in the mix? Like how can we work on this so we know with the album what we have to do and what not. And we try to make music that we as artists really like to play and that we love to listen to, and it's not something that we just throw out and see if people like it and let's make music like this. Like we don't work like this.
The Silent Call, which is the new track, is definitely different. It has a lot more of, like you said, those symphonic orchestrations, more atmospheric as well. It's a completely different track from anything that you guys did on Bionic Swarm. Um, can we expect that to now become a little bit more extended, or see you guys flex a little bit more of that experience and of that sound in the full length record?
Yeah, I think especially the dark atmosphere is something
Mhm.
that we added in the other songs as well, and also we experimented with drum and bass, drum patterns. Like we got some weird shit on the album as well. But yeah, it's mostly more dark. Some might say a bit more black metal, but not really black metal. You know, like it could be perceived as these vibes, but it is not really like labeled as black or as trash or progressive. Like it's we started to develop more and more our own identity as a band. I think in the past few years.
I'm a big fan of that song. I'm a big fan of that song. I really like it. Like, and then
Yeah,
when you,
I saw the video that you did the review.
yeah, I really like the track. I think it fits you guys perfectly, that sort of sound. I wouldn't call it black metal, but it's definitely dark. It has a darker atmosphere too, but it's really good. It's a really good song, and it opened kind of like my appetite for more of that going forward. Not that I didn't like the more progressive stuff, but I enjoy more of this more darker atmospheric sound that you guys did really well with that one song.
Yeah, and I think this is the most like intense song on the album in terms of like it has really a lot of different parts. The other songs I think personally are a bit more cohesive as a song, and we have like I think two more of these songs that are like more like a story. Just like our song "Prospect of Immortality," it's more like a storyline instead of a song, as in you know the classical sense of a song. So yeah, it's yeah, I think it's really good that the band is going this way. You know, like we have three band members, all of them listen to totally different music. So sometimes it's a bit you know rough to write stuff, and it takes a bit more time than when you, for example, write this stuff on your own. But now we have something that everyone can put their own fingerprint and yeah, make something that's more unique than it's just written by one person.
Besides me, who's given you guys great feedback about the Silent Call, how has been the fans' reception to that song?
The sound and the music really good. We got some hate on the video on YouTube, which kind of made me laugh because I mean,
It's YouTube, man.
yeah, but it's the first time we experienced this. You know, like it's when I read it, I'm like, yeah, whatever, you know.
You
But
can't
yeah,
take it too seriously.
no, but so far so good, and yeah, people really like it, and it's always nice, you know, as a artist that you put a lot of time and energy and money into something, and you hope for the best, and you know, you think it's the best, but you never know what people will, you know, think of it, or if they like it or not, or listen to it or not.
You can't please everybody.
No,
So
exactly, and
so you have to
yeah,
please yourselves first. You have to do something that you want to do first, and then
yeah.
hope that other people have the same vision as you do, because otherwise you're just chasing your tail.
Yeah, exactly, and we just we're really stubborn, and people here in Europe that work with us, and you know what way behind the scenes sometimes might say like we're a bit of a pain in the ass, but in the end it's just because we have a vision, you know, like with the live show, with the videos, with the music, and it's just something that we want to pursue, and yeah, the maximum as possible.
So Master of Life, which was the second song on the EP, I believe was something that you guys recorded when you were doing Bionic Swarm, but it didn't make the cut for that record. Why did that song not make the cut?
We had the album and it sounded really cohesive as a whole album, and we also rate concept albums always, and this song was a part of it, but it felt a bit redundant, you know, and we thought let's take it out and have it in the storage for a bit. Maybe we're gonna do a like special edition or like maybe a exclusive CD release Japan or whatever, and put it as a bonus track. But it never got to this, so we had this track laying around and thought, you know, new song, this song, maybe some live songs or a cover song, and Then we got these recordings from Athens show last year, and it's amazing for us as well. It was really amazing evening. So we thought, it would be nice to close off the Bionic Swarm chapter, with two really cool live tracks. And yeah, let's just put it together as a package, and then look forward to future and yeah, new album.
So is this the chapter close, or is there still some other material that you guys recorded, laying
No,
around
no,
the
no, no,
house?
no, no. This is it. We don't have any stuff officially recorded. We have some songwriting demos from songs that we worked on in this time, but we never really finished it. Or like some songs just don't have like the last part, or it misses a bridge or whatever. So we decided just to leave it as it is and focus on on new stuff. I mean, it's a reason that we didn't finish it in the first place, I think. And
And from the live stuff that you guys recorded in Athens, was that the only two tracks, or you guys recorded a little bit more?
now we have the full show.
Wow. Okay. Are you planning on keeping that for a future release?
I don't know. It depends. Yeah, it depends on what's happening with the new songs. You never know. But me personally, I just would like to look to the future, and just focus on the new music, and preferably play the whole new album in its entirely in live shows. But there's some discussions about it in the band to do that or not to do that.
Is it better for you when you look at the concept records and the idea that they hold and the experience of going from the first to the last song? Does it make more sense to you in a live setting to do the same thing and just keep that cohesiveness together?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what we always have been doing with Cryptosis. Like we have, I think we never played live these songs in a different order. Like it's always we start in the first song and end at the last one. Maybe sometimes when we have like really limited time, like let's say you have a, I don't know, support slot for 35 minutes or 30 minutes, then you skip maybe one song. But mostly it's just the full album.
So 2024 is coming around the corner. You said you guys are going to record a new record. Do you have a timetable for when you expect to release that new material?
We It's not really set in stone, but we're gonna start recording right after Christmas until the end of February. Then we will be going on tour here in Europe with Cynic and Obscura for 1 month, and then I think we're gonna start working on mix and master in April. So after the summer, everything's probably ready, and we're gonna start releasing the first songs. I think.
Wow, so that's a big tour that you guys are going on with Obscure and Cynic. Are you
Yes,
excited about that?
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's one of my childhood bands. I listened to Cynic so many times, and it's really nice that you get the opportunity to tour with them, and also Obscura, which is a really great band.
Yeah, and it's a month. That's a long time.
Yeah, but last year I think we did 6 weeks, so that's even longer.
That is super. That
Yeah.
is super longer. What other plans do you have for 2024 besides that tour? Are you planning any? Are you guys hoping for some summer festivals? Maybe a tour towards the end of the year? Like, what do you have in your mind?
Yeah, the ideal situation would be doing some festivals this summer, like hopefully like Wacken or like one of these really big European festivals. And we gonna release the album probably at the end of the year. Hopefully we're gonna do a US tour, European tour, and hopefully another US tour. But that's just something that we just we try to work around this, because with Bionic Swarm album we also had these plans, and we were talking about doing this tour in the US with Obscura. And then we got offer to do it with Voivod, but it was too last minute. So we've been ringing at the door already a few times, but we
Your foot
still
is
didn't.
there. Your foot is there.
Yeah, so hopefully
You're
now
almost
we
in the
can make
door.
it. yeah, hopefully we can make it, and also Canada is included in these tours all the time, so it's gonna be a really nice trip.
I'm excited about the prospects of seeing you guys playing in Toronto, playing in North America. I think that would be great because I really enjoy the two live tracks that you guys put on the record. But I'm the kind of guy that I like to listen to an album from beginning to end. And if you're going to perform the record from start to finish, I'm all in. I
Yeah.
enjoy that kind of experience. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that everything goes well for you guys in 2024. The album comes out and you guys get to come and support the record on this side of the Atlantic.
Yeah, that would be a dream come true. I mean, we've been in 70,000 tons of metal. It's the first time we've been across the sea, and we're really hungry for more. So hopefully we can finally make it.
Keeping my fingers crossed, man. All the best for you guys. Frank, thank you very much for taking the time. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. It's always a pleasure to listen to some of your new material. I'm going to keep my eyes and ears open for that new record. And in the meantime, I'm listening to The Silent Call because I think it's one of the greatest songs you guys have ever released.
Oh man, thank you so much.
It's phenomenal. Just keep it up, man. And hopefully I'll see you in, if not in 2024, at least in 2025.
Or you guys should come over to Europe sometime, and you
We're
can.
planning on coming, but not to Holland. I mean, we're going to be in Norway next year for Inferno, and we're going to be in Finland in August. So unfortunately, not close enough to come and visit you guys.
I think Inferno is the last day of the tour with Cynic and Obscura. So if you come just a few days before that, then you can see us somewhere else. I mean, Europe is really small. You can travel in one day from one side to the other.
You know, it's funny you say that because Cynic is playing at Inferno. So I got to check the tour dates. Maybe there's a date in Oslo or something before Inferno or whatever close by. Maybe I got to check that out.
I think Denmark got two shows in Denmark. The last two shows before this day in
Okay, okay. Maybe
Norway.
we'll do a skip and a hop and I mean, from Norway to Denmark is not that much of a stretch.
It's easy. You can go on a boat, have tax-free drinks. It's perfect.
You're selling me the idea. I love it. I love it, Frank. You're the best, man. You're the best. Thank you very much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Cool. Thank you so much, and see you soon.
See you soon.